Joe W. Brister. We're going to make one more video here today, and then I'm going to go eat me a steak at Outback. And I want to bring this up. I was thinking about it between making the videos, and I made a video about this, a year or so ago. If you guys, a lot of those videos from when we first started in the back are some really good stuff. I've even thought about bringing them up. When I was sick, I had to reuse some because I was just too bad off to do anything. There's some really good stuff there, and I'm going to talk about this again. We're talking about our wages, and we're talking about how contractors treat you. And I made some videos about first impressions, and it's how you look. And you guys all know I'm starched, I'm iron. That's how things used to be. And people had different trucks. You built your own steel bed, yada, yada, yada. Now we pretty much buy one of Bob King's designs, and everybody's got the same steel bed. And that's great. I don't have a steel bed because I wasn't good at building one. I told you guys that. And now they're pretty good. But I had a friend the other day was talking about, and he made a joke, and he was talking about seeing a welding rig in a parking lot, and he said I walked way around it because I was afraid I was going to have a tetanus shot to get any closer. It was so raggedy and wore out, and I said, what did the guy look like? He said he looked like one of the homeless off the river over here in Bakersfield. And so there's some truth in that. We want to get our wages up, and I told the story, that's what I'm talking about, way back, you can go find it. And this was a big contractor here in California, and it was actually a union contractor, one of the biggest ones here in the state. It's a long story, but I got picked for different reasons. He was going to pay some people in one union district more money than others in another district. And the welder was on a job. We were doing a job up out of the valley here over into LA, and they were going to stop his job. And they said, Joe, go talk to that foreman, superintendent, you know it. So I told him, I stopped him, I said, hey, there's trouble on this job now. These guys are mad because you're going to pay this much more money over here and not here. He said, okay, I'm going to get so-and-so, and I'll talk to him. When it went on, he didn't do it. And finally, the welders told me, so well, you go tell him tomorrow, we're not leaving this yard. We're not leaving the lay-down yard unless we get more money. So I told him that, boom, he gets on the phone, and he says, so-and-so would like you to come by this afternoon. Well, I'm tired. It's 115 degrees, and it was on a Thursday, so I'm kind of deep in the week. I go to see him, and nobody was in his office, in the whole yard, this big yard, except me and him. And we got into a little testosterone war there about different things. And he said, you know, it's illegal for you to be in here negotiating for these wages. I said, yeah. I said, that's why I'm not doing that. And I took a sip of coffee, and he said, well, what are you doing? And I said, I got some friends that are upset with you. I thought you might want to know what they're upset about. And so he leans back like this big chessy cat, and he says, well, what are your friends upset about? I said, well, they're upset that you're paying so-and-so's down here. I think it was $2 or $3 more an hour for the rigs than you're paying everybody else here in the state. I said, they're not very happy about it, and they don't feel like welding tomorrow morning. So he goes off for a while, and then he kind of calms down, and this is the truth. I can read body language pretty good, had a little bit of training, and he stopped, and this is what he told me. He didn't want to pay other welders, other places, that much money. He had really great equipment, sideburn, everything was first class. And I saw rigs on his job that looked like the tetanus shot rigs, okay? And he said, I have to have them scummy rigs with welders that look like they come out of a homeless camp, and I'm paying them this much money, and at the time he was furnishing fuel. And he said, that's what I'm upset about. I said, well, I can't blame you for that. He said, I'm thinking about just getting single-hand trucks and putting everybody on single-hand trucks. I said, I don't think you're going to do that. But in a minute, I'll tell you the rest of the story.